All right, let me know if you guys if you guys can see it.
Yep.
All right. Roy, since you were late, I was gonna just share my screen with this stuff I did last time. I've been putting off the video, and I'm just recording the screen, and I'm sharing it, so you guys can see it. I'll put this video on
I'll
YouTube
put
later.
this video on YouTube later. All right.
All right. So let me just open a new terminal here. It now takes a little longer to start. Right. So that's what it looks like. I mean, that's the page that we had. So now we have. Wait, what? Okay, log out. So this should be the landing screen, and instead I had a developer over here, so I removed that, and instead I put developer pass-through right here. So if you check this, so first you select who you want to sign in as. The client is the regular site. That's what we've been working. So that's the site, the regular one. If you hit sign in right now, it'll prompt you to go to the authorization. So see, it'll throw you into the login. If you just want to test the site, then you can just click here, developer pass through, and then it's not gonna ask you to log in. It'll just go in and give you like a sample name here, right? And then let's. So I added these two roles and some things to them. So if you click therapist, you will see a therapist page, and this is just a sample. If you guys want to remove anything or change things, let me know what. Um, I think this would give us more room to work to like make stories on, but it'll let you like click. Well, I don't know if any of these work, but these would be like the clients, um, like what they've been doing on working on.
I'm assuming like the risk is like to go with like their insights. So like if they have like pretty good days, they're low risk, and then like moderate if they're having like a steady pattern of bad days.
Right. Yeah.
And then the check-in, what correlates the time to the check-in? Is it like when they last like got info or the last time the client was like on the page?
Where's that?
Last check-in next to the client information. In the client activity feed.
Oh, okay. See it. Last check-in. I think that would be the last time that the client was on the site.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if this, since I'm on a sample client, I don't know if that will. Oh, okay. So these things work. Um, I've only used like the front part of it, like basically looked at it, but haven't gone into detail if all these things work properly. But if we don't get this uh, done, we could just remove it at the end. It's just there in case anybody wants to improve it. Um, so yeah, so again, if you clicked, so right now I'm logged in as a therapist, right? So I only have if I log in as a client, I'll only see that site that we have. The therapist only sees that site, the other site that I just showed you. And if you log in as an admin, and again, and I'm clicking on developer pass through, so I don't have to do the authorization and all that stuff to log in, but because that already works. But I don't know if this info is saved on the back end, like this name and like for example, how are the clients being saved, all that stuff. I'm not sure because it's only being saved in your personal computers. So if you make certain clients, it would only work on your, like you would only see those in your computer. They're not hosted on a server or anything. Um, so this would be, let me see here. Yeah, so anyway, this is like the admin website. And the whole point of this would be to manage therapists and clients. Like if it would be like a developer site, you know, if a therapist calls or opens a chat and says, "Hey, I can't access my something something. I can't get in. My email's messed up, or I forgot my username." This would be the site where an admin would go in and fix those problems for the therapist or the clients. I have
Question. I know like currently it's like it's really good progress right now, but like, I just have a question about what you just said. And again, like we don't actually have to get into it in terms of the actual project. But when you mean like on the developer side, would it be like, oh, the developer has access to like just like force someone into an account if they like
right.
logged out or like to reset?
Yeah, so you would be able to log into a person's account. Now, I don't know how
Mm-hmm.
much that would be a problem down the road. So, what information could the admin see and which one can't
Mm-hmm.
see? But the whole point of the admin would be to reset their passwords, or if they have an issue,
Mm-hmm.
you know, to debug their site or their information if the data is messed up. Yeah. So it's just a sample right now. I'm during this 2 weeks. That's what the stories I made is just going to be going in here and seeing if anything can be removed and simplified, and then make this as simple as possible. And then if we want to add certain things later, we can, or remove things. Um, and again, like this is just here. It doesn't. The one we're working on is this, the client one. Oh, I forgot to. I don't want to. Well, I guess I'll just log in. Um, I still gotta fix this thing. It's not showing my picture for some reason. But yeah, this is the page. So I haven't changed our original client site. It's still here. So if you're working on the client site, um, it's not gonna, like, if you need to update anything to main, it's not gonna mess anything up from what I did, or it shouldn't, because the things I did are pretty much on a separate part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You guys have any questions, or I mean, also you can, any of you can check that out by just jumping into this branch. Let me see where it. I thought branches were down here. What's going on? Well, anyway, it's role minus acces.
Mm-hmm.
So if you do check out um, this name, it'll jump in there, and you can just try it out yourself. Yeah. All right. Well, I will. Anybody has any questions, or you want me to go to a certain place, or?
It's really good right now. Like it's really impressive. Can you go back to the therapist real quick?
Yeah.
The caseload. We can see how. And would the upcoming sessions would it be like because like a scheduling option? Yeah.
Yeah. It's just taking me
Mm-hmm.
here for some reason. So yeah, I don't have that. Um,
And just one more question. The clinical notes queue, are those notes from like the sessions, or would it be like notes that the client like sends? It's like they forward it through, and they're like, "Hey, this is how it is right now." Because like it's like oh, like client reported or client flagged. So would it be like oh, the client themselves like push this notification to the therapist and be like, "Hey, like I've been having like a inconsistency with sleep," or would it be like
yeah.
are those insights that get sent like automatically?
I think the best way that this could be, I mean, the simplest form would be as sort of a chat. So the
Mm-hmm.
client or the person's typing this up in their page, and then the therapist will see what this person is typing up, as long as it's stuff that's supposed to be shared with that person. So
Mhm.
if that, let's say Ava is keeping track of her stress or sleep, right? The therapist should be able to see on their end all of those people's progress, and then if anything is
Mhm.
a high risk or is going the wrong way, then they could get in touch with that specific person. And I would guess by chat or some kind of meeting, I guess. But
Mhm.
yeah,
Okay. I'm also curious about the journal preview, if it could be like, that's more like my end. I'm just thinking out loud. It's like you can like push certain journals to your therapist and then keep some private. It's very interesting.
yeah, because some things
It's very cool.
some things could be more private, right? So
Mhm.
so yeah, it would be,
Mhm.
you'd have to like figure out what things
Mhm.
can the therapist see and what things can't the therapist see.
So like if anything, I might try to work on that for like later in the project in a bit once I finish what I'm currently working on. Because it'd be interesting to do like a private versus public toggle feature with the journals. Obviously, like private and public in terms of with the therapist,
Yeah,
because like it's not like an open website. It's very cool.
I gotta see if we could make a little database with actual clients. Um, that way, the therapist can access that information instead of just this sample information, even though this is saved somewhere, but have it permanent. Like those people will actually exist, and you can just go in. I mean, in the computer, so I can add some and review their emails, or I don't know, something like that. At least their login information. I mean, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know if we can go as far as hosting this somewhere. Let's see what happens if I guess if I log in. Why? Oh, I clicked that. Yeah, I gotta fix the avatar. It's not working. Yeah, I'm gonna see if we can have a simple way to host it somewhere. Um, that way we can play around with it. I know someone that has some experience doing those things for a cheap price. I'm gonna see if it's not a lot of data, which is our case. If, if we could just host the information somewhere.
Take advantage of all the connections.
So we can all see the same thing. Like we can all see
Mhm.
we can actually make like 3 or 4 users and maybe one therapist or 2 therapists and an admin. I don't know, something like that. That'd be
Mhm.
cool.
Thank you so much for this update. It's been cool to walk it through.